probably clicked on this video because you're interested in the Cleveland, Ohio housing market. If so, you're in the right place because I've sold over 1,000 homes in the greater Cleveland area. And today I'll be diving into the latest housing market trends, both the national trends and the local, as reported by Realtor.com for January 2025. Now, whether you're considering buying, selling, or you just like to keep an eye on the market, these insights are going to help you stay informed and on top of one of the United States' biggest industries. That's right. Now, if you're a numbers person and you love real estate stats, subscribe. I promise I'll keep it fun and informative. This week's Wall Street Journal headline was this: ballooning costs hit the American dream. Yes, I know. Interest rates are hovering right around 7%. With no further ado, I've got 5 quick metrics to cover. So here we go. Number 1, increased inventory nationwide. The number of homes actively for sale has risen by 24% compared to last year, marking the 15th consecutive month of growth in inventory. This means more options are available for buyers, which could lead to a more balanced market. Now, locally, we have an increase of on-market properties in Cuyahoga County by just 5.5%. So to me, either that means that our market is a bit more stable than the average market because we haven't seen that glut of homes on the market, at least not just yet. Now, number 2, new listings are on the rise nationally. We see that sellers are returning to the market with newly listed homes increasing by about 10.8% over the same time as last year. Notably, there was a 37% jump from December to January, the largest December to January increase since January 2020. Number 3, median home prices are starting with the whole country. The median home price for sale in January was $400,500, a 2% decrease compared to last year. But the decline might be partly due to an increase in smaller homes being listed. When looking at the per square foot, there's an increase of 1%, indicating that the home values are continuing to rise. So let's get local on that because I know it's a super hot topic. In Cuyahoga County, where the median sale price is $250,000 and property prices have risen by 13% year over year. But what I'm not sure about is whether we're just super duper special or whether we're sort of in a lag zone, meaning that our pricing is going to catch up with the rest of the country eventually. Not sure. By the way, if this kind of breakdown is helpful, I want you to go ahead and subscribe so that you never miss a Cleveland housing market update. And I want you to leave me a comment. You know, I love to read them. Number 4, time on the market. Homes across the country spent an average of 73 days on the market in January, which is 5 days more than last year and 3 more days than last month. This has been the slowest January since 2020, suggesting that while homes are selling, they're taking a bit longer to do so. So, you know, that's kind of just like the way it is, right? And then in Cuyahoga County, we're seeing an average of 46 days on market, which is basically flat since last year. Guys, listen up. I don't want you to think that just because our prices have risen a little bit, you can price your house any way you want. It's not the Wild West or like what you think you deserve, because in the end, it just doesn't work that way. Pricing is really challenging for most homeowners. And as the saying goes, if I had a dime for each time someone told me you can always go down, but you can never go up, I would be a very wealthy lady. So when we look at numbers and we advise you, your real estate agent advises you about how to price your home, we're using both science and art. And this is the biggest area where you need to place trust in your real estate professional. Number 5, price reductions. Across the U.S., about 15% of sellers are reducing their listing prices in January, up from 14% in January 2024. That trend shows me that sellers are becoming a little more flexible with pricing, potentially creating some opportunities for buyers to negotiate better deals. And what I like to look at in that department is actually the list price to close price ratio, which is 95%, which means that once your house hits the price at which the market will allow it to sell, it will on average sell within 5% of the asking price. And we're also, by the way, seeing reductions of about 5% across the board. Now that might not indicate anything about the market, but indicate that the seller priced the house too high in the first place. Takeaways from all of this? Yes, indeed. But first, if you're into real estate trends and you love staying ahead of the market, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to break everything down for you every month. So back to the takeaways. I want you to watch more of my videos. And now, my friends, more than ever, pricing matters.